How do you do? Just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
Oh, it's still the month of Shocktober, Rocktober, Spooktober, Cocktober if you're real into penises, Blocktober if you live on a block or if you like Robert Block or if you play with blocks. Kenobertober if you're Ben Kenobi.
We were watching a show last night, Kelley. Mm-hmm. Not to jump right into this, but I had to remember to tell you that we watched a show called Murder Calls on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
And they mentioned a guy named Jack Imhoff. No fucking lie.
Did the 911 people like stop for a second?
Well, I was half asleep.
Laughing.
I was half asleep, and they're like, "That's when Jack Imhoff knew he was in trouble." It's like Australians who are like, Jackie Moff.
Jack. I'm Jack. Jackie Moff. That was terrible. I'm glad you saved that.
So what happened to Jack me off?
I don't remember. I was half asleep. I need to finish the episode. I turned it on to fall asleep too.
He got gasoline dumped on him and set on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, it's all tragic. Everything's tragic.
Yeah, that's not the way I thought he'd go. Hope he was happy though.
Yeah.
Oh, so welcome.
Hi.
Welcome to our cozy Monday night edition.
Yeah. It looks like Jack Imhoff's been pulled into trouble again.
I can't. Australians can't say anything like sinister, can they? Because it's so like chipper.
I don't know. It all sounds sinister to me.
Do you think he did it alone, or do you think he had a hand?
Oh, you still waiting for the police to come, Mr. Imhoff?
Oh, goodness gracious!
Do they say yeah?
Yeah.
Sure.
Like those the Cockneys do?
Doesn't everybody say yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is the weirdest.
Australian listeners,
right in.
Help us.
Do you say in it?
Help us stop this.
Yeah.
It's ignorance fest.
How do you speak?
It's Monday night. I called into the show yesterday because the day before I was all over the place. I drank a lot of Pepsi. Well, Coke, really. The movies. I refilled.
Oh, gosh.
Like you had to correct yourself. Wait, it was Coke.
I made a huge mistake.
You don't want to badmouth Pepsi.
It's the better soda.
I refilled. I'm not going to get into an argument. What's the better soda?
Coke.
Oh. All right. Well.
No. All right. It's fine. We'll deal with it later.
I also had fried chicken. I had a lot of stuff that I shouldn't have all in one day.
Yeah.
Running around because my older son came home from college and surprised me and asked me if I wanted to go see Halloween with him.
Aww.
So that was good.
You had to go be pressed and juiced by the Oompa Loompas?
I was too full.
Yeah.
I was just a big round blob of Pepsi. Coke.
If you follow our social media, there was a little post that Freddie put up that the show was canceled due to too much soda, and you were like, ha ha ha, no, for real.
Yeah, it really was.
No, it really was, because the next morning...
But you did inspire my creativity to make that.
I felt so shitty.
What were your search terms to find that kid?
Too much soda.
Slurping soda.
Too much soda.
And then the other search for the rest of the images was hedonism in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Were there a lot of images of too much soda?
There's more than you would ever imagine.
More than you could possibly ask for.
We should tag Kelley in that somehow, so he pops up when you search for too much soda.
Yeah, we should make a meme of
me
just crushing soda.
Yeah,
How do we
manipulate Google?
I drank a giant beer before the show.
Yeah,
really big.
I wish I had.
Too big.
Too big?
I regret it. I'm swishing.
I'm sorry.
When I walk, it's like.
Mm-hmm.
You know that sound.
Oh, I know the sound and the feeling. You're sloshing.
Excuse me.
You got slosh belly.
Yeah.
That's my favorite band from the 90s.
Yeah.
I think they toured with Fart. Remember that?
Oh, I do remember
I
that.
love their album Top Dog.
It was,
That was good stuff.
oh, man. So many favorites.
Do you remember their track Diarrhea Cha Cha Cha?
I remember they did like a live version of it.
Yeah. It was good.
We were
And then-
watching.
I got nothing.
Freddie and I binged a few episodes of AFV yesterday because it makes me happy.
Yeah.
And what is AFV for the
America's Funniest
for the
Videos
dummies?
with Alfonso Ribeiro.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then one of the videos is this little girl and her sister's asking her what the ships that Columbus sailed, and she's like Nia, Pinta, and Diarrhea.
Well, she's not exactly wrong.
I laugh the hardest at this kid he's hanging on the back of a privacy fence, and he looks at the camera and he's like, "Got a blast!" And he goes to jump the fence and he completely trips over and falls head first over the other side.
I love AFV.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, the more nerves and brain cells that I lose, the more I like it. The older I get, the more I'm like, there goes the feeling in my feet.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I have the same thing.
Yeah,
I feel like there was a time in my life where I was like,
yeah.
fuck that shit. And now I'm
Yeah.
like, I love America's Funniest
Yeah.
Videos.
Everybody
good.
loves a viral video, right?
Shit just-
Alfonso
shit
does
just
a good job.
Goes haywire.
That's
Sure
the
does.
dream. To
Nobody
have it-
ever gets injured horribly.
Nope.
Well, we never see that part.
We
don't
never see
see
the
the
But that's
physical
what I mean.
therapy.
We don't see it.
We don't see the opioid addiction.
It just
and
looks
the
like
physical
good fun.
therapy.
Some of those kids, their balls never recovered.
Yeah,
You know it. Like they grew up to have problems.
like the kids going down the hill in the little red wagon.
Bam,
Bam! Obliterates his testicles.
Please help
On a
us
tree.
recover
But
kids'
it's okay
balls.
because they won the voting at the end.
Yeah.
No, they just got a T-shirt. They weren't in the
It's never
voting
the
at
people that
end.
got hurt really badly that win the money,
Oh,
that
it's
need it
never-
for medical
yeah.
bills. They never win it.
So there's never a happy ending.
No,
to
it's
the-
always somebody's grandma that lost her teeth, or some kid that like went down the stairs on his butt
His pajama pants.
in his pajama pants.
It's the same one every
Yeah.
time.
It's never the guy that fell off the roof, because
Yeah.
that guy's strung out on heroin now.
Oh, is it because he hurt his back real bad and
Yeah.
it was to kill the pain?
Yeah, we started with it's a classic story.
I thought that's why he went up on the roof
Yeah.
was to get the heroin.
Yeah,
I will
maybe.
say,
Did the drone drop it off or something?
yeah, it's called America's Funniest Videos, not John and Juliet Smith from Toronto, Ontario. No, you're Canadian. Get the fuck out of our show. We'll watch your show. We'll laugh
we
at
get
you.
them from all over the
but
world.
you can't win the money.
Amy is an AFV nationalist.
Were the
Yes.
Ontarians on the show? Is that why
They have
you're-
Canadians on there all the time. They have
They're
English
up-
people on there.
They're up for the money.
Can you believe it?
Like, I'll watch and laugh at you, but you can't win the money.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was one of Trump's promises, right? To
Yeah.
stop
to bring the America's Funniest Video Prize
back to America.
Back to
Yeah.
America.
Make America funny again.
Thank you. That's all I'm
Martha.
asking. I love Canadians, but you can't have this money.
Mm-mm. It's not even your currency.
Get out of here.
If you get it, you
It's
have
not
to
in
take
loonies and toonies.
I was about to say it has to be Saxatoonies if you want it.
We need to build that wall.
you need
gotta-
to
and
send
you
me
gotta-
your weed.
You got to take it back in a wagon.
Speaking of toonies,
20s.
I just bought all 3 seasons of Kroll Show on DVD 'cause
Oh, so good.
I just wanted it.
Thank you.
It's a very old sentence. I bought it on DVD.
I know. Well, I could have bought it streaming. It was so much more expensive.
Yeah.
Really?
Silly, yeah.
Physical
Yeah,
media
silly.
cheaper than streaming.
Sometimes. You know what you can't find
Tough.
to buy digitally? Suspiria, the original Suspiria, is not available.
There are some weird things where you like, obviously I can just find this, and then
Yeah.
it's like not easy to find.
Mm-mm. You can watch it on Tubi, but it's going to have all the shit cut out of it.
Well, do they cut shit out or do they? I wasn't
Do they just
sure.
add commercials?
I think Tubi just adds commercials because
Oh,
I've
okay.
used Tubi before.
Yeah.
Or not to be.
Not to be confused with Toby.
No.
That's just fat chicks.
Yeah.
Why is it gonna be fat chick?
Could be fat dudes.
I'm just telling you what
It
it
could
is.
be fat anybody.
Freddie didn't make it up.
All right. Except you did.
Gotta take that word back, chubby.
Tubi.
Taking it back. Taking them all back.
Ooh, you know what I did today?
What?
I finally got my tablet and pen to work with Photoshop properly. And my pressure sensitivity is working, and now I've been just having all kinds of fun with brush tips and sensitivities.
Your doctor must be thrilled. My tip sensitivity's back.
I know.
It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
I had to. Yeah, there you go, listeners. That's
Congratulations, Elise.
that's your today for me. I had to delete all my user preferences and start over.
You can feel your frenulum again.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what that's called?
What's a frenulum?
Isn't that the little piece of skin under your glands?
I'm not sure. You
Where
got,
the
you
glands
got your
meets the
glands, you
shaft?
got your meatus, you got your
Your meatus.
The meatus.
yeah. That's the pee hole
Is
area.
that real?
Not the urethra, but it's the little
Around it?
yeah. It's the little kissy face around your
Meatus.
pee hole.
Amy's getting kisses right now from Elsa.
She's my darling baby butt.
She's like meatus.
No.
She loves meatus.
So anyway, while Andy's looking up the parts of your dick,
No, it's the frenulum is the mouth thing that connects your lip to your.
Yeah.
your
But what's the one on your penis called? Is it
I-
also a frenulum?
oh, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first image that showed the mouth, and then you scroll
Oh.
down, and there's some penises.
So the mouth is more important than the
Mhm.
penis, is what you're
Good.
saying.
good.
Well, they go hand in hand.
So I guess a frenulum is just a flap of skin that connects things.
Frebulon.
Your best frenulum.
Why can't we be frenulums? Why can't we be frenulums?
This
yeah.
night shows are always funny.
I know, right?
Because we're all real tired.
I'm not tired at
I'm
all.
tired.
The freaks come out at night, right?
Tired enough for both of us.
Yeah, but I'm like all weird.
Well, instead of doing the show yesterday, you know what I did?
What'd you do?
I binged the entirety of Light as a Feather. It's on Hulu,
And what's the verdict?
under Huluween. I really kind of liked it. If you liked Pretty Little Liars, it's for you then, because it's like, and if you like those Truth or Dare movies,
Mhm.
the one that
Well,
isn't
how
the
many
one that
there-
was in the theater,
there's
and then the
5
one
of them out there.
that was. If you like dumb shit like me, but in high school dramas,
Mhm.
you'll like it.
So I assume the premise is a play Light a Feather and
Oh my
Woo!
goodness,
You all
Kelley.
right, Kelly?
Yeah, is everything? Is all the
was that the
still
dog or
intact?
Kelly?
Can
that
you
made
still
that
hear?
sound?
Yeah,
He's
Then
fine.
you're fine.
yeah. She jumped down.
Elsa left
Elsa.
with Kelly's headphones.
Frenulum.
She tore
And
his
my
frenulum off.
was I was doing a thing, and
Oh, we should have recorded that or send it into AFV.
Yeah, we should have videotaped it.
AFV,
I have
baby.
regrets.
We could have been,
America, this is you.
is that still the theme? Is that still the theme
No.
song?
They
Oh,
play an
darn
instrumental
it.
version instead
Yeah.
now. So, speaking of Huluween, Andy and I watched some of the shorts that are part of the Huluween Film Festival.
Yeah, it's so fun.
The Rizzle,
The shizzle,
Madness.
my nizzle.
where there's an old timey dance that'll curse you if you watch it.
Yeah, it was cute.
And my favorite one of all of them was The Hug, which
Oh,
was, which
the
was
Chuck E.
like,
The Chuck E. Cheese one?
yeah, it was like Rock-afire Explosion. You
'Cause
know,
like warm hugs.
the animatronic band. Only it goes a real creepy place.
So like Five Nights at Freddy's.
Kind of. Yeah.
I
It was
think
really
that-
good.
I think it was the actual mask from.
It looked like they modified one of the. They made it into like a panda bear, because
Oh.
wasn't it like a panda themed pizza restaurant? You should watch it. It's like 4 minutes long. It's
Yeah.
totally worth your time.
felt like I was at a horror hound again,
Yeah,
watching
when
them
they did
little
the
shorts.
Shorts
yeah.
festival.
I love short horror films.
But these were good.
Speaking of short horror films,
Oh, shoot.
we received an email from some filmmakers. Jay Spencer emailed us about their short called Pop, a zit-centric body horror short.
Oh.
I watched the trailer for it. It looks like great fun.
Trailer for a short.
Yeah, you gotta have a trailer for everything now.
No,
It's only 10 seconds long.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can watch Pop. I haven't watched the full film yet. I plan to. It looks good and gross.
Ugh.
if
As somebody
you're-
who's
if you're
dealt
into
with
that sort of thing.
acne his whole life, I'm gonna have trouble watching that.
Did you ever watch Dr. Pimple Popper?
Oh,
From YouTube.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had
Yeah.
many
Well,
conversations
she,
about
yeah,
Dr.
she had a
Pepper
show
Popper.
on TLC or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah, it's
It was
just
like-
fun.
Yeah.
So I love that Jay Spencer, the writer-director of Pop, says this might be right up her alley, and then he goes on to describe it as Pop tells the story of Renee, a stone slacker obsessed with popping her zits, till the zits start popping back.
Oh my.
It satirizes LA culture, delves into body image issues, and tosses in some demonic puss tentacles in 1970s style sci-fi sexploitation for good measure. The female-led flick is now available to stream on Amazon Prime in the US and the UK.
Was that puss or puss?
I think he meant
What did I say? Puss?
puss.
puss tentacles. That's like
Puss
hentai.
tentacles.
Whoops. Puss tentacles.
I do know. That's why I wanted to clarify.
Yeah. I love a good gross out.
I didn't want to watch
if it's
one thing
clever.
expecting another.
This looks pretty clever.
Yeah. All right.
I love popping zits, man.
I love Sci-Fi, so I'm ready.
Sci-Fi is zit popping Sci-Fi with lots of puss.
Yeah. That should be the blurb that they put.
That's so adorable. Sci-fi. It's like a 2-year-old said or something.
Yeah, you got a little speech impediment.
Yeah.
So you guys carve pumpkins.
I carved a pumpkin.
Yeah. My pumpkin was rotten inside.
Yeah.
Oh, Andy. Ugh, that's gross.
We should post a video.
Yeah,
He
I can
opened
do
it.
that. I forgot I took a video.
Like he cut the top off and then opened it, and instead of the guts you're used to, like the stringy guts, it was just liquid and brown.
I felt like I was in a horror movie where...
What did you still carve it?
Yeah, he
No.
cleaned it out real good.
Ugh.
It was disgusting.
That's like accidentally shitting in your cereal bowl, but then still eating the cereal.
So I'm going to put this on our Instagram.
Nobody
so
was eating.
if you want to see how fucking disgusting Andy's pumpkin was, it was like full of brown liquid.
Mhm.
Like slime.
Yeah.
It didn't smell bad, which was nice.
Mhm.
It should have, though.
Yeah.
But you know
That's
how-
almost more concerning.
Yeah, but you know,
Yeah.
I have these like weird tendencies,
Oh, I
like inclinations. So, like, I just wanted to like kind of
Drink it.
dip my face into it.
I thought you were gonna say you wanted to dump it over Amy's head
No, just
Why my head?
The worst part for me
because you're next to each other.
is that
nice save, Kelly.
oh,
since you're next to each other.
Even looking at the video makes me want to vomit right now.
What were you gonna say there, baby boy?
The worst part was, of course, somehow Mike's the cap to Mike's jack-o'-lantern disappears. And it's round, and Andy did like a Mickey face pumpkin, so there's all these round pieces, and they're in the trash. And we had dumped all that liquefied pumpkin guts in there, that brown pumpkin diarrhea with seeds floating in it. And I went
Yeah.
fishing around in there, and then so did Andy.
For the cap to Mike's pumpkin.
Yeah.
You guys are
Yeah.
too nice.
Yeah, we are.
It-
I'd have been like, well,
It was Mikey's first pumpkin.
he's never carved a pumpkin?
He's never carved a pumpkin.
remember. Anybody seen Parenthood? That movie from the 80s.
The movie
with
or the show?
The show. The movie.
Steve
with
Martin.
Steve Martin.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when the kid lost his retainer, and they threw it away, and they had to dig through the garbage for it.
Well, that makes
at
sense.
Chuck E. Cheese.
It's expensive.
I just felt like me and Freddie were his parents.
Mhm.
I remember when they
And
found
we had to
Diane
find the little retainer.
Yeah, you guys were like, you were Diane Wiest and Steve Martin. You're going to find your vibrator later. No,
Yeah.
Diane Wiest wasn't Steve
No,
Martin's
it was
wife.
Mary Steenburgen.
It was Mary Steenburgen. These people all play parents in every
Yeah.
movie.
yeah.
Even out of the womb, they would play parents.
Always. Was it Mary Steenburgen? Because wasn't she the mom and daughter of the bride, son of the Godzilla, bride of the atom, whatever it was,
Daughter of the Godzilla.
daughter of Peaches? What was that? Father of the bride.
Father, cousin of Patch Adams.
Daughter of the sun. Boy of the foy.
Do you know what else Mikey B did for the first time with us Saturday night? That sounds dirty. He watched
Cocaine.
He watched Ghost Watch.
Yeah, it's a
Oh,
shame
yeah.
he's not here because I
Yeah.
wanted to hear his impression.
And I still
of
haven't
it.
watched that either. I gotta.
You never seen it?
No, I know. I keep
It's
meaning to.
fantastic.
No, I know.
It's
I want to.
It doesn't get the credit it deserves. And I want to thank whoever the listener who originally mailed that to us way back in the day.
Yeah. It's all the way from Britain, right?
Yeah, it was an English listener who I guess this is like a huge cultural thing for people that grew up around that time over there because it was so traumatic. They don't get enough credit for like kind of creating the modern supernatural like found footage movie because it's really you have no Paranormal Activity without Ghostwatch, I think.
It's on Shudder right now.
And I would go as far as to say it's better than Paranormal Activity.
I've always meant to watch it.
It's really
I remember
good.
having that DVD that
His
they
name
sent to
was
us.
Mark Dunn.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he Instagrammed at
Yeah.
me.
So thank you, Mark.
Thank you, sir.
We
That-
thought
yeah.
of you.
Yeah, that's awesome.
If you're still listening, please be listening.
Well, he Instagrammed me after my picture,
Yeah, so thank you, Mark.
so I hope he's still listening.
I remember
Mhm.
we watched it for the first time, and then Freddie had to walk me to my car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
It was scary. Still
Mhm.
scary. It holds up really well.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Patrons.
Smithy's
thank you.
dead.
Huh?
Smithy died.
Smithy?
The guy taking calls on the show. on
Oh, the
Ghostwatch.
actor. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he-
passed
He's not an
away.
actor.
He had the wife that went into the house.
Yeah.
He had a wife.
A wife.
So, patrons, thank you for supporting the show.
You beautiful.
Later this week, we plan on having a discussion of Suspiria. Brandon Boone will be joining us, the composer from the No Sleep podcast and
Yeah, that
various
guy
other
you killed
projects.
once.
Which
And I killed
Suspiria?
him. The new one.
Gotcha.
We're going to go see it. You should join us if you can.
When's that?
Thursday or Friday?
I
Friday.
think he
Friday
said
night.
Friday.
Maybe.
And then hopefully we'll be recording that podcast that evening and we'll get it out to you. Patrons, new release discussion for y'all.
Suspiria.
And we're going to probably talk a lot about Tom York's score, which we're excited about. And also, Night of the Comics should return next week. We will not be recording Wednesday because it's Halloween. And
Halloween,
2/3
y'all.
have children.
Yeah.
And they need to do that sort of thing. You know what I mean? Dress them up, have them throw eggs at the neighbor's houses.
Yeah. Toilet paper, yo.
So patreon.com/NOTLP, our newest perk, if you are a patron of the Mammon or higher level,
No perk.
you get to pick, possibly, you get a chance to pick a main attraction for the show. That'll be the third main attraction for next month, November. The theme is Italian horror.
What are you gonna pick?
So,
Say Italian like you grew up saying.
Italian.
Thank you. You
And,
honor your mother that way.
That's how I honor my mother. Guitar.
Guitar and Italian.
So if you are depending on what level, you get a certain number of entries in this raffle. If you're a Beelzebub, you get 3 entries. Leviathans get 2. Mammons get 1. Here we go. I'm gonna.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna give you a number, Amy. You
Yeah.
ready? You have it?
Well,
Do we do drum roll?
Can we get the Griswolds to do a drum roll, please?
It's on the desktop.
no, I know. I had it up. Now I can't find
That's
it.
all right. I've got it on my phone. I'll
No,
do
I
it
have
then.
it. Here
Okay.
it is.
Did
No.
someone do that?
Yeah.
I pulled 48.
Oh.
48. It goes to Megan Yamada.
Megan Yamada,
Hey, congratulations.
one of our newer patrons at the Leviathan level.
Ooh,
Megan.
Well done.
You can pick any
You
film
can pick whatever you like.
Oh, made by is it filmed in Italy? Made by an Italian filmmaker? What is
Just
the
Italian.
criteria?
You know, like Argento-ish type
Yeah.
things. You know what I mean?
Italian.
so
Italian.
Italian of it filmed an
Yeah.
Italian origin movie.
Fulci, Bava, Argento,
Yeah, so you can't like go and pick a Scorsese
Yeah.
movie, right?
one of the Mondo movies.
yeah.
Sargento,
Sargento.
DiGiorno.
So its
Ragu.
its country of origin has to be listed as Italy
Yeah.
on IMDb. How's that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's your criteria. We will do that the 3rd episode of November. Main attraction. And that is all.
Good luck, Megan.
If you'd
Don't
like-
fuck it up.
If you'd like to have a chance or multiple chances for December's main attraction, just pledge at the Mammon or higher level.
The mammary or higher.
Mm-hmm. You get all the other good
Oh,
stuff
get
too.
them checked out because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go squeeze your boobies.
Your mammons.
get your Mammons pressed.
I saw a classic Italian for the first time recently.
Classic Italian dressing.
Classic Italian. Yes.
Dang
Was it creamy or regular?
Oh, it was regular. It was like a. I'm not very good today.
You're fantastic. Shut up. Everybody's perfect.
Anyway, I saw The Beyond for the first time pretty recently.
Oh, I love that movie.
Do you?
Yeah.
All right.
No, not
No.
for you.
I thought it was fun.
That is the
'cause-
one where she inherits the
Yep.
hotel in Louisiana.
Yeah.
That's
Didn't
a fun
we
ass
just watch
movie.
most of that?
Amy had never seen it either, and we were watching it, but she fell asleep before the end.
Yeah.
It was fun. I watched it with Cassie and Jerbear, but
Yeah.
it gets fun in the way that it's ridiculous
Oh yeah,
to me.
Yeah.
And I thought it was real stupid. I wouldn't ever want to watch it alone, but
yeah.
not because I was scared, but because there would be no one to turn to and go, "Can you believe?"
We did a show on the Beyond. I guess you weren't on.
I was
that.
definitely not on.
and
it.
Amy
Or-
must not have been on it either.
Yeah,
Huh? Must have just been me and Andy
must have been.
Talking into the air.
pulling each other's puds.
Whoa.
Or foys.
Just
Why
us
would-
Your frenulum.
and Jack M. Hoff.
Why would that? Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah. Cool, bros.
I feel like what should
Yeah.
happen is like you guys should invite me out into the living room at the break and like knock me out and then bring a ringer in.
Okay.
You should go find one of your
I don't-
neighbors or.
No, I think my gun-toting, Trump-loving neighbor next door would be great. See what John's doing?
Mhm.
He'll come over naked.
Anybody.
I don't want to knock you out, Kelly.
You'd come over naked or
No,
he?
No, he
John
would.
would.
Oh.
He's a nudist.
Oh, nice.
He also has great model trains.
And he loves Donald Trump.
And he has the best dog ever, though.
He has a great dog.
He does, and he's really good to all the strays in the neighborhood. So it's like...
It's a mixed
Trump
bag.
Or...
It's a mixed bag.
Well, it shows you people are three-dimensional.
This is true. This is true. I'd rather confront with love than hate.
I like trains.
I do like trains.
If anybody was wondering, it's the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Oh,
Not the diarrhea.
Not the diarrhea.
that's why I bought my SATs
Oh
because
my
I put
goodness.
diarrhea down on there.
That's why.
Literally.
Yeah.
Why would that be on an S? Okay.
He smeared it all over. He didn't even try to get any of the bubbles.
I imagine there was a lot of diarrhea on all three of those boats.
No,
Oh,
Oh,
for
no
sure.
doubt.
it was easy cleanup. They just went over just shit over the edge, right?
Probably. I mean, that's ostensibly what they did, but you got to imagine
Have you ever
like they
tried to
weren't
shit
placing
over a boat?
themselves. Yeah, it's got to. How many people fell off
Yeah.
I feel they had like
trying to shoot diarrhea, and then
How
the people
many disappointed fish were
and
there?
the people seeing that were like, "I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna shit right here on the deck."
I feel they
That's why
had
they call it the poop
straps
deck.
or
And that
something.
was Lucio Fulci's great grandfather.
Call it the poop deck.
No, I don't
don't
think
know.
so.
What, or maybe they just had like little holes at the, like on planes where they.
Well, they should have thought of that.
You know how like on planes it just goes out into the ether.
You could just walk up the plank and shit off the end of the plank.
Welcome to the Brown Pearl.
Yeah.
All right. Are you guys ready to move on?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen. I think something is happening.
Here's a special bulletin. Now on New York City, the major cities in the world are being destroyed.
The people it kills get up and kill.
Been partially devoured.
Remember, human beings are their food.
Poop deck.
Yeah.
I found it. It's the French word for stern is la poupe.
Of course you're kidding me.
That's awesome. That's got to be why we say poop.
Stern. I gotta go take
Because
a
it comes
stern.
out of the stern. Well, because the stern is the back.
Is the bottom or the back? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
so we went to high school with
Is
a
that
girl
why we say
with
that?
La Poop.
I bet it is,
You know
man.
what? And she was a real.
Her name was La Poupe.
We're making
No,
connections.
Stern.
Poop.
We're making connections.
Yeah, she does.
There's a constellation called Poop. It's in the southern sky.
But don't you get, you stupid bitch. That's
All right.
that's the Crawl Show reference.
Could I hear the
Yes.
origin, please? Could you use it? Listen. Could you smear some on me?
Le Poop.
Le
All
Poupe.
right, so that's the news. We're ready to move on.
All right. If we want some news,
Oh,
What an educational show today.
I love it.
We learned what a frenulum is.
Mhm.
We learned the French word for stern.
Yeah.
which it has to be.
And we learned Christopher Columbus's boats.
Yep.
Verb. Poop. Third person present. Poops. Past tense. Pooped. Past participle pooped. Gerund or present participle.
Gerund.
Gerund.
Jerome.
Poofing.
Maroon.
Of a wave break over the stern of a ship.
All right, come on. Let Kelly really give us some news.
Is that why it's poop breaking over the stern of your ship?
Freddie?
Really got to take a ship.
Freddie Love.
Okay.
So look, here's a headline.
Look it.
It was. I don't have a headline. This is a story about a remake that's happening. Remember Night of the Comet?
Yeah.
I love it.
It's a great movie.
It's good.
Our first interview, Kelly,
Yeah,
was with Kelly Maroney.
Kelly Maroney. I don't think I was on that interview, but
Oh, you weren't?
No, but
She was a sweetie petite.
I like her a lot.
She's great.
I love her in that movie. Well, this is not that. It's a remake of that, and it's being directed by a lady, which is great. Roxanne Benjamin.
Yeah.
She directed Southland
Oh.
and one of the episodes of the Double X movie that was hit or miss for most people. But I don't know if hers was one of the hits or misses. But it's good. it's good that she's getting a hold of this because it is very much, strong female characters. What is happening?
I don't know.
Oh my god!
Like you said, you're not good today.
I'm
It's
not.
fine. You're exactly as good as you need to be right now. No worries. I will
Yeah,
say,
we
Night of the
don't
Comet,
mind.
that is ripe to me for a remake. Let's do
Agreed.
it. Let's have some fun.
Agreed. I do think that is ripe for a
Yeah.
remake. It's ripe. Like a pair of melons that you get at the store. And you squeeze them.
And they're a little soft.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like melons. Melons are garbage fruit.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
How about ripe? Like when you like flick that little nub off the
Yeah, when you flick
avocado,
the nub.
Mm-hmm.
and it's green in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, that's a good one. That's like what this movie is.
I wish I liked melon.
I like watermelon, but the other melons,
It's so
I don't care
ubiquitous.
for.
It's everywhere.
I like cantaloupe.
Ugh.
Gross. Honeydew.
They take up too much space in fruit salad.
Yeah.
Honeydew is like, you might as well just throw it out the window. It's
Yeah.
flavorless. But
Yeah, it's disgusting.
watermelon is good. Cantaloupe is good.
I wish I liked watermelon.
I disagree on all fronts. It's fine. We can have differences of opinion.
They
on
can be
melons.
real gross, though. When you want to hear a creepy story?
Does
It's
it
not-
involve-
Halloween,
Does it
man.
involve
Yeah.
melons?
It does, actually. It's not that creepy. But
Oh.
when I worked
gather round. Turn the lights out.
Why did it turn the lights off?
It's gonna get so spooky.
It's
What-
a creepy melon story.
when I worked at
It's the
Kroger
first one ever.
Uh-huh.
You gotta say.
Oh, he just vaped too.
in the
And he blew it in the air like.
When I worked at Kroger in the produce department, they asked me to go back and get one of the boxes of melons so we could put the melons out, for the people who want to buy the melons. And I went back in that back area. It's very dark. It's full of boxes and hushed whispers, and you worry about spiders and rats and other kinds of vermin that come around fruit. Anyways, I opened the box with the melons, and they were all fuzzy and rotted, and they had this weird fungus all over them.
and it was real gross. Like, it was just like this fuzzy. It was like some horrible melon disease had like
Yeah.
eaten away at them, and it just looked like gross dead body people with fuzzy. Ugh, it was gross.
Dead body fuzzy people. And there hanging from the door was a melon.
Dead fuzzy. Freddie, turn the lights back on.
It's
Seriously,
less scary. I
listener.
got too scared
Yeah, I'm
of
sorry.
your fuzzy melon story.
I didn't prepare you guys for that.
I was expecting creepier.
Yeah, well, I told you
I
when I
thought the
started.
bedneck
It wasn't,
lady would
it
show
wasn't
up.
going to be creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say one thing? The only good melon is Amy's mom.
Oh yeah.
I call her Melon.
Andy calls Mary
Her name
Ellen
is
melon.
Mary Ellen Melon. Mary Ellen's Melon eat watermelon. That's what the kids said to her
She's the only good melon out there.
in school.
Also, watermelons and
Mm.
sometimes cantaloupe.
My dad loved watermelon.
He did.
I tried many summers. I tried.
I understand. Sometimes you
Yeah.
don't like things.
Was your
Yeah.
dad disappointed?
Yeah, everybody in the family's like, "Why don't you love this?" And they're spitting seeds out everywhere, and I'm like, "Because it's disgusting."
Oh, you got to get the seedless kind.
Did they
I
punish?
don't. Did they have that back then though? Isn't
I
that a
think-
newer thing?
Oh my
I
god.
don't think so.
I don't know.
All right, Grandpa.
Yeah, listeners, how is your melon memory?
I'm pretty sure I ate seedless melons as a kid.
Did they have seedless in the 80s?
What if you only you thought you were eating seedless melons, but you were really eating worms?
Maggots,
Seedless
Kelley.
worms.
Maggots, Michael.
Yeah.
But they were seedless.
So Night of the Comet remake. I'm all down to clown. Let's do it. I
Yeah.
think that sounds fantastic.
I might just watch that tonight or tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's just a cozy movie.
It's a fun little flick.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's a good one. So also, they cast, I got some more news.
Yeah?
This is just something I came by in passing. Adam Wingard cast, Alexander Skarsgård in the Godzilla vs. Kong movie. It's going to come out after Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Is that guy able to play? Is he playing a good guy or a bad guy? Because I feel like he can only play bad guys at this point.
Alexander Skarsgård?
Yeah.
This is not Pennywise.
Right.
Okay.
Dude from Big Little Lies?
I thought they were all the same person. And sometimes I know that Stellan Skarsgård isn't them.
Stellan Skarsgård's dad.
Skarsgård.
He's old.
But I knew he wasn't the same as them.
You said dad, not dead, right?
He's the dad. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you said dead for a minute.
But the two of them I thought were the same person
No.
Yeah.
off and on. I just heard
They do take turns being the same guy, though.
Yeah.
No, I mean both of them. I can see
Like
Bill
Dylan McDermott, Dermot Mulrooney.
Pennywise. I can see him playing a normal dude. I just, for some reason, Alexander Skarsgård is so cold and like
Can we have a movie with all three of them
Mm-hmm.
playing weird guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We could make Dead Ringers again. I still haven't seen that either.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You've had a lot of time. It's like 30 years old.
You can't see every
I saw that.
movie.
I saw that in the theater when it came out, and I think it was definitely not for teenagers.
No.
It was way, way too grown up for us, and we were like, "This movie's gross," and I don't know. I don't understand what's going on.
So is this the movie with 11 in it?
Yeah. No. The one after that.
Oh, it's
12.
Okay.
First comes Godzilla King of the Monsters.
Oh, so they're making a
Next comes Marriage.
They're making a sequel already.
I mean,
Then comes King
Oh.
Kong with a baby carriage.
That is so
Yeah.
cute. A giant baby carriage just
Yeah.
rolling down the street.
So, just to get everyone hyped again, Mike Doherty,
Yeah.
Trick or Treat,
we do like
and
him.
Krampus is doing Godzilla King of the Monsters, directing.
That's fun.
It's exciting.
I feel like
I'm
there's
curious to see what
there-
he'll do with it.
He's not directing the sequel?
Adam Wingard
Wingardium Leviosa.
is doing the sequel. I think they're doing kind of like a Star Warsian thing. They're getting different quality directors. Gareth Evans did the first Godzilla. I can't remember who did Kong Skull Island.
So what did Adam
Oh.
Wingard do? What's he known for?
The Guest.
The Guest or You're Next.
Oh, I love
He
The
did the
Guest.
Blair Witch remake.
Those are good
Oh,
movies.
I didn't.
Or
I forgot
whatever
that
you
he'd
wanna
done
call
that. Yeah.
I have some news.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody
Scream.
everybody scream. Somebody at a studio was like, "You know what did really well? Quiet Place."
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So we're gonna do something like that. We're gonna call it Bird Box. And-
Oh no, this is actually a book that came out a while ago and I read.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is not. Maybe it was.
It's
by,
very similar.
Are there monsters in this?
It's being made into a movie, I think, because of A Quiet Place.
No, that's what I'm
Stuff's
saying.
coming out, isn't it?
It's coming
Yeah.
out. It's Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
And it's a movie where instead of making a noise and being killed, if you see this thing, it kills you.
So there's monsters in this too?
If you see them, they kill you, though. So
Okay,
are you
I-
sure you want to see them?
All right, shush.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody who read the fucking book
You read the book.
Oh, you read the book?
a couple years ago.
Are there monsters? Is that a spoiler to say yay or nay?
I think okay, so it's this thing where you can't see. You have to
You have to blindfold yourself.
you have to blindfold yourself. You have to blind yourself in some way. If you see them,
So it's like playing
you
that
will
game.
you will go insane,
Oh, so
and
it's
you
like
will hurt and kill. And
it's like playing a game of Call of Cthulhu.
I think in the movie version, it just kills you when you see them.
oh, I don't know.
I don't know for sure. I haven't
It was
watched the
it was
trailer.
a pretty good book.
So are these
Yeah.
monsters just roaming around?
Well, you kind of get dropped into the story with this woman with these children in a home, and she's like, eventually I have to leave, and trying to figure out.
Do they live in a bird box?
Why is it called Bird Box, Amy?
I can't remember. I think it has something to do if they keep birds because the birds will alert them to something. I don't fucking remember.
That makes sense.
Like canaries and
Yeah, like the canary in the coal mine. yeah.
Maybe it's been a couple years,
Like
but
the banana in the tailpipe.
It is
So we don't
not-
know if it's a monster because you can't look at it. So it's like that. It's like a Halloween
It's
thing.
like
where you put
Schrodinger's
your,
cat.
I
you
really-
put your hand in the grapes.
Yeah.
And you're like,
from what I remember, and it's been like again, I could be wrong.
don't spoil it.
I
Though.
don't think you. Yeah, you might not know, but yeah, it's probably getting made because of A Quiet Place, but it
Yeah.
definitely was written
Isn't there
several
Yeah.
years ago.
I thought there was a trailer already.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a trailer out for
it's-
this.
It's
So it's made
is it
already?
Netflix or
I think it's made for Netflix. I'm
No,
not sure.
but is it in the can?
It's in the box.
Yeah, you take
The
it
Bird
in
the
Box.
Bird
box.
Box?
So more news, but you can Google that if you're interested in Bird Box. If you want to know more, just go to your local
I'd like
Bird
to
Box.
subscribe to Bird Box.
Bird Box. Every month you'll receive an artisanal bird.
Birds like this would cost.
This month I got fresh cracked peppercorns and a canary. Blumhouse. I still say Blumhouse, but for the sake of argument, I'm going to say Blumhouse because he insists his name is pronounced Blum, and he's the person whose name it is. Blumhouse has spread their legs completely wide open, and now
Yeah, finally, we've been waiting for those upskirts.
Like a Sharon Stone moment, huh?
they have diversified their portfolio, so to speak, and now they are in the printed word I don't know when this happened. I just found out about it. It could have been a year for all I know. But they have a number of books out, including
What's that number?
This Body's Not Big Enough for Both of Us, which is a great title. Meddling Kids.
Oh,
it's another great title. You've read that, haven't you?
Did I read it or did I start it and did not finish it? I have a copy of it.
It's from 77. It has 4 teenagers and a
from
dog in it.
1977?
It's set in it.
Did I read it?
I don't know. Feral, The Apartment, like Jack Lemmon?
Exactly like
the
that.
Blumhouse Book of Nightmares,
which
is, I guess, short stories. 16 short stories. And that's what they've got so far.
Do you guys want to talk about Jason Blum getting in a little bit of trouble a couple weeks ago for some comments?
No, I didn't hear. What did he say?
Hold on. I'm trying to bring it up. I can't
Something
remember
about
exactly.
female directors in horror or something like that.
Like there aren't enough or there aren't. Yeah, he said there aren't a lot. So,
is that bad to say?
I think it was
that's
just
like a real thing.
I think it was just misinterpreted because I think he's just saying there's not a lot of female directors out there.
How is that controversial to say? There's not.
Hold on.
People are saying like they're out there, but he's not doing enough to look for them and give them jobs.
So
you can't say things
that there weren't. He's very prolific, and they were putting out a lot of stuff out of Blumhouse, but not a lot of it was. Barely any of it had women directors. And he said, "Why the fuck was this in my way like that?"
Is that what he said?
We're not trying to do it. Because of recent events, we've always been trying. There are not a lot of female directors, period, and even less who are inclined to do horror. And people were like, wait a fucking minute. I can give you a list of hundreds of women who want to direct. Why aren't you talking to them? And he did come back and apologize, and he said, I got to try harder.
Oh, okay. Maybe he's not trying hard enough then. I don't know. What the hell? I guess if some good comes out of it, good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, does anybody really know?
Honestly, think about the horror genre as a whole.
Filmmaking as a whole.
No shit, but I'm talking about horror very specifically.
Yeah, horror is pretty male dominated.
It's very male dominated.
Which can be said of all film.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but our forte here.
Yeah, and I do think that, I guess, I don't know. I'm curious to see what comes of that.
Yeah.
But I do think people just get attacked for everything they say.
I am gonna say
we are in a time where that's true. I don't disagree with you.
Jesus Christ!
He
wasn't like, women directors, they all suck, can't have them.
But I'm not even like I guess what they're reading into it. They're saying, okay, we're here. You're just not seeing us.
I hear that.
Yeah,
I hear that. But I don't know why you have to attack. He has to be attacked and it be a controversial thing instead of someone saying, well, there's a reason for that and we can change that. Mm-hmm. Why it has to become let's also take somebody down.
Were people trying to take him down?
No, I don't think it was like
that.
He
was just being read for it.
Yeah. People clapped at him.
Here's the thing. Now, I hope he does take that to heart. He does try hard to make sure that women are being included in his... He gives lots of people chances, and he's always buying stuff and doing shit. Make sure you're,
Well, I read the article and it said he offered Jennifer Kent, the lady who did the Babadook, and she turned him down.
But she's not the only woman.
Yeah, I know, but she, I think he is trying.
Yeah, no,
to look him out.
I'm not disagreeing that he isn't trying, but make sure. I don't know what his inner circle looks like, and I don't know what his producing team looks like. I know a couple.
You just saw them,
and they were dudes.
Not all of them. Rebecca McKendry,
right?
She a lady,
and he had a female assistant that he helped get a deal and to make a movie. But I'm just saying, men hold most of the power when it comes to creativity in Hollywood. Make sure that your circles are diversified.
I agree.
Diversify. Agreed.
But that's the thing. You always want to do these sorts of projects. When I started this podcast, I didn't want to go out and find new and different voices. I wanted to work with my friends because I thought we were funny and I wanted to hang out with you guys to do these things. So I get it.
Yeah, when you have a really small company and you're all on a mission together, I think you forget when you get to the point where you're a major employer or a tastemaker or an influencer, that then all of a sudden you've got that responsibility.
You do have a responsibility.
Yeah. I'm never giving an interview. I don't know why anyone gives interviews anymore.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't. I feel like no one can make an offhand comment. I'm not. This isn't about men or women either. I feel like it could easily. It happens to, women too who say things just offhand, and it becomes like these weird 8-day fucking things where their fucking tweets are dissected. It's too weird for me, man. I can't.
Well,
I can't handle this.
I don't disagree with you at all. I agree with you.
I think this is partly the root of the fear of public speaking. I mean, people are always like, it's one of my biggest fears is speaking in public.
Yeah.
Now I can see why. It's like if you don't plan out your wording, you got to have a thick enough skin to be like, okay, I'm going to have to understand that there are people out there who are going to take what I say in a completely different way. But in a way, like I've done that and had people push back on me and I've grown because of it. So as painful as it is and as humiliating as it is to put your foot in your mouth, I do think like it's probably one of the most valuable things you can do is say something stupid.
I remain a big fan of Jason Blum and the stuff that he's doing.
Yeah.
No matter if he said something kind of stupid, there just aren't a lot. There might be more than you think, and you just maybe didn't get a chance to look. But I'm not saying that your whole day should be spent calling up ladies and see if they want to direct movies for you either.
You up?
I mean, that's silly, but there could be a lot more women working in those sorts of jobs if men tried a little bit harder.
Yeah, it's an important conversation, but like you said, people need to calm down too.
Of course. But part of the problem is social media in this 24-hour news cycle. We're all just looking to consume something new, something different, something controversial, and getting mad about it. That is our thing to do now.
Be kind.
Get yourself.
Do it,
it's
but be
chaos.
kind.
Here's
be
how
kind.
we can change this. Here's one thing you can do to make this world better: is get yourself.
Sorry, Kelly. I banged my head into the microphone.
What is a gonk? What is that? I'm going to tell you the second thing I'm doing to try and help this world. But first, I'm going to tell you the first thing you can do is get yourself a Wacom or a Wacom, however you want to pronounce it, and a pen
Wacom.
and an Adobe Photoshop, and just start making stuff, you guys. And you won't give a shit about what's happening ever. Also, something I'm working on. I'm trying to develop a good Orson Welles. I'm working on it. I'm not there yet.
Like in a laboratory?
No.
Are you growing one from discarded skin?
One more word and you go. I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
I got you.
I've been listening to his ridiculous rants and outtakes.
Oh, yeah, those are great.
They're the funniest things that ever happened, ever.
Yeah.
Like, they're amazing.
I can't
Well,
believe
she's picked him.
Yeah.
Well, she's picked him. We're on to... Isn't that the fun?
Did you watch...
Save July over these snow-covered fields?
What was the show that was a spoof of like Orson Welles type of stuff? It had Kristen Wiig and Will Ferrell was playing the aging filmmaker.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of it.
It was really funny. You should watch it if you haven't seen it. I know that's no help. I gave you nothing to go on.
Well, that's okay.
But
just understand that you can pick someone who you'd like to do a really good impression of.
So put all of your energy into calling to work.
Digital drawing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's just like real drawing, but you have all the pens you ever needed.
All depends.
And you never run out of paper.
Yeah, you can make pencil. It's just amazing. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
And pick someone you really want to do a good impression of and just start working on it.
You feel like you get enough digital stimulation out of that?
I do. I get it in all my holes.
All the people I would want to do a perfect impression of are like Dateline hosts. So I want to do a perfect Keith.
Mm-hmm.
But
you don't want to do Bill Hader's Keith. It's already been done.
I know.
Yeah,
and you
tricky.
got to be... And I want to do a Mankiewicz. What's White Pants? What's her name? The lady one?
God, she's always wearing white pants.
Always wearing white. Andrea Schmerk.
Canning. Yeah.
I want to learn her.
You want to learn her?
Does she have like distinctive vocal quirks?
They all
like
do. You can't be on Dateline without a distinctive vocal quirk and white pants. If you're a lady.
You get me a jury and find a way that I can emphasize in July, and I'll go down on you. That's what he told him.
Wow.
I'll go down on you.
On Animaniacs.
Orson Welles said that?
They actually did.
Orson Welles, yeah, said that for real.
Why
on Animaniacs, they did this part?
Yeah, where he was, the brain was recording things, and the guy in the sound
I'll have
booth
to find that
was
now.
like, telling him like, "Yeah, I'm recorded again." And
That's exactly what this is.
Yeah, they were making fun of this whole the outtakes.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's kind of edgy for. I mean, it was an edgy show, but
Did Brain say I'll go down on you?
No, not that. But they were making fun of that whole situation where he was, just throwing back at the guy in the sound booth.
Who is that? One more word out of you and you go.
Are we done with the news?
Oh yeah,
we did enough impersonations.
We news.
The news has been done for a long time.
The news is done, man.
Oh, that kid's something.
Hey, the MAGA bomber was a stripper in Cincinnati back in his past.
Yeah.
I mean, boo, but yay, Cincinnati.
So that's news.
I just love learning the news.
Andy loves it.
He stripped here, y'all.
Andy will be happy the day the headline reads, "Irradiated masses in Cincinnati have been quarantined and are not even allowed in northern Kentucky."
What? They'd be happy to have
even
us.
Go to northern Kentucky.
Yeah.
I thought of another thing that I can ramble about for a minute.
Oh, good.
And I already did this on Facebook.
He actually slapped his knees, folks.
He did.
But went to see... So if you follow me on Facebook, you've already heard this. But went to see goddamn Night of the Living Dead Fathom event. Took the kid.
Oh, yeah.
He hadn't seen it, or like he doesn't remember seeing it. So it was like a new movie to him, right? We get in there, they start playing the featurette, which was super weak, by the way. It was total weak sauce. George Romero's oldest son looks like he owns a pawn shop, and he's like just fucking shilling for this video game to rape his dad's corpse. Anyway.
Wow.
But my beef wasn't that. You do what you have to do. My beef was...
That wasn't even his beef.
They fucking spoiled the whole goddamn movie. And I know, listen, I hear all of you shouting at me. Oh, if this movie's over 68, it's old, and everybody see it. You can't say no spoilers. Yes, I can, and yes, I will.
Because it's always somebody's first time to seeing it.
Motherfucker, there are people whose buddies are like, oh, I never saw that movie. And they're just like, oh, shit, really? Well, it's showing.
Do they warn you they're going to spoil it?
Not a goddamn bit. Also, they have trivia playing off what I can only assume is the Blu-ray that is also just spoiler heavy. And I told Cole, I was like, close your eyes. Because he didn't want to be. He was like, I don't want to know that. Yeah. I was like, close your eyes. And then they do the featurette where they not only, it's like they were trying to spoil every important part. And they basically showed most of the movie. They would show a clip. They showed how everyone's fate ends except one. They show all the, like, they just completely dissect every important part of the movie.
Like, how did he feel about it?
Annoyed.
Was he very upset about it?
He still really liked it, but he was annoyed. I was furious. Fuck that nonsense, man. I might go. When we went and saw Blade Runner, I had never seen Blade Runner. I would have been fucking pissed.
Yeah, if you had gotten the oil.
Yeah.
The oil. I don't even know what I said.
If I'd gotten the oil that time, I would not have been into it.
What?
That's what we call spoilers now. If you got the oil.
You're giving him the oil.
He's not good
Freddy's
today
not
either.
good today.
Warning, we're about to give you the oil, if you know what I mean.
It's just,
Andy,
why would
thank God we are good today.
Well, I'm all right.
Why do they do that, though? I mean, I know that they're trying to take... Also, the movie starts at 7. They give you a half-hour featurette. Put it at the end,
half
motherfucker.
hour? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Damn, that's a long feature.
Put it at the end.
I don't want to see your fucking featurette.
It's weak.
I just want to watch the movie on the big screen. That's what I'm there for. Can you let me go, please?
I don't know. I don't know why they do that. Stop doing it.
But your story reminds me of something we see a lot of time at Disney World or Disneyland. At the Haunted Mansion, when they have the pre-show where you're in the stretching portrait room, and people are always like, reciting the bit.
I hate that.
Or screaming, or like moments where you're like the shocking moments. It's like, calm down. It's somebody's first time on that ride.
Yeah, right? You know what?
You're going to ruin it for
That's
some
why I
person.
yelled at those fuckers having their little, like, horsing around rough times.
I get it that, you love the ride and you want to, like, hey, look how many times I've been on. I love this. But no, like, it's okay to love it, but just let somebody else have that first time experience.
Yeah, man, put that somewhere else. What I'd love, and I'm never going to have, is I want the person who makes that decision Like the person who has to sign off. Many people go into that decision where somebody's like, I think we should do this, and then it goes through all these hands. But there's one person that fucking signs off on that decision. I want to get them in this room. I want them to look me in the fucking face, and I want them to tell me why they think that's appropriate. And then I want them to sit there and listen to me do this. And then I want them to be like, I'm really sorry, we're not going to do that anymore. And I'm going to be like, fucking goddamn right, you're not going to do that anymore. I want to be able to take my kid to see Dawn and Day of the Dead without him fucking not having it all ripped out of his brains before he even... I don't know. I lost it, but
you're gonna have to put those headphones on him in a blindfold until it's time.
God damn it!
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I'm sorry.
I love a good old fashioned Kelley rant.
Well,
we call him Krantz.
It's just, ugh. But I'm never gonna have that. There's so many times where I want the person that made a decision to have to sit with me and answer why they thought that was any kind of good idea. And I want them to give me reasons. Yeah. I want them to be like, what? It's an old movie. I mean, how long do we have to? So I can be like, I'll tell you how fucking long. Forever. For fucking ever. There's a lot of movies I haven't seen. Just because they're old. Sorry. Just because they're old.
He broke the computer.
Doesn't mean that every goddamn person's seen them. You want people to enjoy them? Fucking don't. God damn you.
Like Amy says, I can't see everything.
Can't see every movie.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually I'd like to see a whole bunch of them.
Sure.
That I haven't seen.
You know what my favorite part of this? You're vaping the whole time. And like, you're blowing smoke out during this rant. It's like Dennis,
no, that makes it cooler.
I know, it's like Dennis Leary or something.
Smoking always makes it cooler.
I don't know, man. I wish we had that kind of service where we could get people in front of us.
It was like when the
Twitter?
On The Simpsons, when the Krusty became a comedian again, he got real.
Oh, the George Carlin Krusty.
And he was like smoking on stage, like, let me tell you some things, guys.
I'd love to get Quentin Tarantino and Kelley together in a room and have them record a podcast and call it Edgewise.
I'd love that, but I mean, we have to get other people in because I love Quentin.
No, you wouldn't have to get other people in. The two of you would be able to fill the time easily.
That's gonna be a lot of talking over each other.
Can I guest star and explain to Quentin that I don't think he's the right person to make a Star Trek movie?
I'll happily watch a Quentin Tarantino Star Trek movie.
Is he really doing it though?
I don't know if it's official.
Star Trek is wholesome.
But
go away.
The Rick and Morty guys are doing one. An animated one, and I don't think it's going to be wholesome.
Rick and Morty is very wholesome at the core of it.
Yeah, but I don't think that show's going to be wholesome. I think the whole idea is that it's the rough and tumble members of the Enterprise.
Is it an official Star Trek?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the people who work the very lowest level jobs on the Enterprise, like the janitors and stuff.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think Tarantino should make a Star Trek movie.
I do just because I'd like to see what he does with it. Like, I don't know if it should be considered canon.
Well, did you hear what he said about it?
What?
He said, it's not going to be it's not going to be like my kind of movie. It's going to be within what Star Trek is.
Thank you. Nobody's going to say the N-word. Thank you.
You abide by the rules.
Nothing should be sacred.
Yeah.
Everybody should have their own chance to
give it a
their
shot.
own interpretation.
Well, I'm not going to watch it.
But that's fine.
That's my prerogative.
Out of spite.
I just really would. I am very curious to see what he does.
Yeah. I need some pure and wholesome things in my life. Never let him make a Pixar movie.
I think you're in danger of that happening someday.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. That's never going to happen.
Broseph.
I think he could do something wholesome.
I think he has heart in his movies.
Yeah.
Yes, but there's a difference between heart amidst scum. I get it.
Amy wants something very wholesome.
I need separation.
She wants like Lawrence Welk level wholesomeness.
More like
bubbles coming down from the ceiling. I think that's the testament to a great director who can make something as violent and full of obscenity as like Pulp Fiction, but then turn around and make something that's really honestly like
but he has
the opposite. He hasn't done it, but I think he's capable of doing it. Like what Eli Roth apparently did with The House with the Cock and Balls.
Oh man, I still need to see that.
It was a cute movie.
I heard it was good from a lot of people.
But you can his cock and balls are all over it.
Yeah,
I will.
But it had a lot of heart, but you can definitely see his stamp on it.
Just real quickly,
mushroom.
When we were leaving Halloween, we were walking out, and this little kid and this mom who just looked like, just like shitty, like a shitty person, is just walking up. She just looks angry and just put out to be there with her little happy kid.
How old was the child?
I don't know.
Was it too young to be there?
Oh, 10 or 11 maybe.
Okay, that's fine.
And he was like, let's see Halloween. She's like, we're seeing the clock on the wall. The clock on the wall. It was just really funny. I started laughing. I hope she knows that it was her I was laughing at.
Okay, so what did she say again?
We're seeing the clock on the wall.
Oh, okay, the movie. She got the movie wrong. Okay.
Yeah.
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 I would listen, I'm down for a Tarantino within parameters Star Trek. I am down for a fucking groovy, violent, obscenity-ridden Tarantino Star Trek. I just want to see what happens.
That's fine, but you can't. I'm only a 2-season Next Generation person. I haven't seen anything else. You can have every character I don't care about. But you can't.
Oh, yeah. You would have to make new characters.
You cannot have Picard. Get the fuck out of here with that.
I can't imagine how amazing it would be.
No.
Is there a sign on my porch that says dead Klingon storage?
Yes. It means so much to me.
Babali.
What if
Number one.
Tarantino?
I don't have a good him either.
He wants to remake Potato Land.
Potato Land.
A violent Potato Land.
That's a Disney
Rob
short.
Zombie's
I'm glad
Care
you said it
Bears.
because I didn't know what Potato Land was.
It's this one it's like a Disney short. It's like 10 minutes long.
It's a great one. It's one of the new ones with the hand-drawn art, and it's
we see it
Mickey-
every time we're in
Yeah.
Disney, and it's on the TV, and it's just like they got Mickey and Donald want to take Goofy to Potato Land.
Yeah.
That sounds like they're taking him to be put down.
Yeah, it's what it feels like when you're watching it too.
But it's closed, like Wally World was closed, so they recreate
thank
it
goodness
for
for
him.
him.
They rebuilt it entirely for him just to make him happy. Isn't
Donald's
that
turned
sweet?
over a new leaf. Do you think he went through some kind of recovery?
I think he did.
Because he used to be a real prick.
He's done the 12 steps.
Yeah.
He's been listening to a lot of Oprah.
He had,
was a lot
he
of
had
making
flipper
amends.
bubatosis, and he came out the other side okay, and it changed his
Yeah.
life.
That was a body horror short.
Yeah.
It was very Cronenbergish.
It was gross.
Potato Land.
If you get a chance to see Flipper Bubatosis, the Donald Duck short.
Is this real?
Yeah, where he
Yeah.
gets a big
Like a-
infected bunion on his flipper,
It's throbbing.
and they try everything to get rid of it, and it's real gross. It's so good.
Are we done with the news?
What
I think we're
what,
done
What are
with
we even doing?
Most
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Do we have any listener feedback? I think we had an email,
Yeah,
right?
I
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
an
read
email
that.
queued up. Alrighty. The subject line is Night Gallery and 2 questions. Hopefully I will pronounce all the words correctly and not mushmouth this. Hi, NOTLP crew. I've been a listener of your show for the past 6 years and a patron for a year and a half. But with your recent episode about Night Gallery, I thought I would finally write in. I remember Andy mentioning that he might check out more episodes, so a big fan of both Twilight Zone and Night Gallery. I feel I must warn you that despite there being some very good stories throughout the show's run, this is overall a big step down from TZ. I won't bore you with the details of the show, which you can find online, but in a nutshell, Rod Serling did not have the same creative control with Night Gallery that he did with Zone. Serling wanted to keep telling the same kind of thought-provoking stories, but network executives and the show's producer, Jack Laird, wanted something more specifically horror and monster-driven. Although the episode you watched was a single story, many episodes consisted of multiple stories, often of varying quality. In addition, Laird insisted on adding unfunny, laugh-in style joke sketches into some episodes.
But that sounds
The
so
fuck?
Tumor? You will actually like
That
those,
sounds.
Andy.
I love camp.
For example, there is one episode in which 2 really good stories, one of which is a Lovecraft adaptation,
Pickman's model.
are followed by a 2-minute sketch about Edgar Allan Poe having writer's block and being annoyed by Raven outside his window.
I have to say, when I read this, I
Yeah.
also thought, this sounds actually pretty fucking hilarious.
These segments often had the effect of lessening otherwise quality material, and I'm sure were partly responsible for the show's declining ratings. Anyway, it's just something
Well,
to
can I
be
say
aware of.
I just want to say something real quick.
if
I
you do-
feel
yeah.
like Twilight Zone was kind of uneven too.
Oh, yeah. There were definitely some episodes
Yeah.
that were hit or miss. Anyway, it's just something to be aware of if you decide to seek out more episodes. I enjoyed Freddy's recent interview with Jessica and Robin about their upcoming documentary on 80s horror, but it made me think of a couple of questions that perhaps you can all weigh in on. The first question is about rewatching films. I know you folks often quote lines from older films, something I have heard on other podcasts with similar aged hosts. I would guess that is partly due to rewatching shows and movies on videotapes
You call me old.
that we all bought or recorded off the TV. I'm in the same age range as all of you, so
Then
I
you're
too
old.
tended to watch many of the same things over and over again in the 80s and 90s. I honestly think that is where some of our nostalgia comes from. It's not just what we saw, but the watching of these films repeatedly without modern distractions cementing them into our brains. Totally agree. I think you've mentioned that you don't rewatch as much anymore, and I know I don't. There are still newer films with quotable dialogue coming out, but if we as genre fans aren't rewatching these films, will they create the same nostalgia? I know I can't remember dialogue from newer films, horror or otherwise. Do you think that when today's kids are our age, they will be quoting lines from films like Get Out, Behind the Mask, The Purge, or Tucker and Dale? For that question, I think they will, and I think we're all going to feel completely out of touch.
I don't like your question. It makes me feel elderly.
Well, here's the thing. There's just so much stuff out there now that there's just too much choice. I don't watch like new stuff as much anymore because I have so many more options.
Right.
But like back in the like 80s and 90s, we didn't have that much stuff, so we chose to rewatch that stuff because that's all we had.
But do you think, like, horror fans, I think, are rewatching, like Behind the Mask in particular? I hear that has like such a following that they go back to it over and over again.
I maybe don't rewatch as many new movies as I do old movies, but I do rewatch still quite a few. I mean,
It's pretty rare for me.
Yeah.
It has to be something I really love. Like, I'll rewatch Trick or Treat, the Mike Doty movie.
I've rewatched
But
Mike Doty.
Doherty.
But I only watched
What's his name?
The guy from
Soul Coughing.
Soul Coughing.
What's his last name again?
Doherty.
Doherty.
It's close. You're close. I just was picking on
Dirty Mike.
I just call it Dirty.
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 We've established I can't pronounce anybody's name. Blumhouse.
Dirty. Okay, but I watch Trick or Treat, but only during like October. So I rewatch.
But you do rewatch it.
Yeah, but not to the extent that I did. Stuff when I was a kid.
No, I hit the nail on the head. We have modern distractions, so that eliminates some extra time you had. Also, we're all adults with adult things in our lives. That means you have less time overall. Kids, you just have more free time or when you're younger. Plus, peak TV, all these streaming services, all these movies. I got Movie Pass. I got
I think
podcasts too.
I think there will be, though. I think there are things. I think people quote TV a lot.
Yeah.
I watch Rick and Morty. I watch Rick and Morty over
Good
and over
point.
again.
Yeah, that's true.
Kelly knows that.
I do that. I mean, I watch Rick and Morty. It's Always Sunny. I watch a lot Bob's Burgers, and we quote those a lot. I think it has to do too with like certain kind of cultural touchstones. You have to have people to quote it with. Because if you just walk around and you fucking quote Happy Death Day, and it's just you and you're the only person in the group that's seen it. I mean, I'm not trying to pick on Happy Death Day. I actually think the sequel looks kind of fun.
I love the first one.
Well, I know everyone does.
Did you see the first one?
I have not.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
really
great.
liked it.
But I didn't think it looked good. But everyone then said it was good. And
I
was like,
didn't think it looked good either. I actually went to watch it just because I thought it would be like a dumb distraction.
Yeah,
So
it
I
was
may-
a Movie Pass movie.
I'll probably
but
give it a chance.
It
and
turned out
then
to be really good.
The sequel actually looks fun. But I wasn't picking on it. But I'm just saying, like, nobody's going to walk around, I don't think, quoting that right now. Maybe in 20 years. But
Yeah, no telling.
but I think that it has to be one of those movies that not everyone has seen, but you have to find a group or know of people who are going to get it. You know what I mean?
I think what you're trying to say is we'll be dead soon. And another generation will be making jokes in their cubes at their jobs
Yes.
with people similar in age to them, and they're going to be like, ha, that's hilarious.
They'll probably use tablets and pens.
Yeah, and they'll be like, do you know how to use the 3 seashells? But they'll really be talking about 3 seashells in the bathroom.
That's right.
And not about a movie. Second question I have also ties back to your interview. It was mentioned that the horror community feels like a family for many fans, and the kids who loved horror were often seen as outsiders. I don't know if you have ever stated if you were put down or made fun of for liking horror when you were younger, but those comments took me back to a time when I was 14 or 15. I remember being in a class in school and hearing 2 girls talking about how one of them had either watched Killer Clowns from Outer Space or maybe it was just on. I don't remember. Anyway, I said out loud that I liked that movie and they just looked at each other and started giggling. I thought, right, I guess I won't mention liking these kinds of movies ever again. And it wasn't until I got older and met people with more diverse tastes that I realized enjoying horror and B movies isn't something to be ashamed of. I know it's probably a bit different for you since it sounds like there were a group of you watching these films together, so I'm guessing you could give each other moral support, whereas I, like so many other young horror fans, watch them alone. So the question is, do you have any similar stories like this you could tell, either from when you were in school or as an adult? That's all for now. Keep up the same great show, and I'll keep supporting Jake.
Well, I think the stigma never goes away of horror movies.
It's much more mainstream
It's
now.
more mainstream, but we're still like, when you talk to like what we call normies, they still look at you like, really?
Oh, yeah.
I would say
that never goes away. I don't think.
What the thing is, I don't think as a kid. I mean, I was picked on horrifically, but never for watching horror movies.
Yeah, that was the one thing. No,
that was like, yeah.
Well, I didn't watch them when I was a kid, but I know what you're talking about.
I was never picked on for the things I watched or wars. Picked on because of who I was.
Yeah. But now I will say, as an adult, I've had people kind of say weird things,
yes,
and talk about people who like those horror movies. They're you're like one of those people. Are you gonna come in here and kill us all with a machete or something? Nope, just you.
Yeah,
I don't know how you could like that.
Yeah, like talk to your hairstylist or any hairstylist about a horror hound convention or something. They'd be like, really?
I don't know.
What goes on there?
Yeah, you might be surprised too how many of them have actually attended when you start talking to people. But as a kid, I was more bullied for my interest in horror by adults than I was by my peers. Like teachers were always like, "You shouldn't be watching this."
Oh, now if you want to talk about people telling me I shouldn't do it, adults definitely told me I shouldn't do it.
Yeah,
you shouldn't do that.
And Jake, as somebody who was once a 14 or 15-year-old girl and was horrifically bullied at that time and prior to and after, they weren't laughing at you, I don't think, because you liked that movie. They were laughing because they didn't know how to handle themselves when a stranger was trying to engage with. Like, we don't, as young women and men, understand how to deal with strangers wanting to engage with us in a nice, normal way. They were just being assholes. It had nothing to do with the movie.
Now, another thing as an adult, I used to read before I got too dumb to do that. My brain's damaged. But I used to read, and I love Stephen King.
Before you got hit on the head with that anvil.
Whenever that railroad spike went to it, everything got messed up. They give him the oil.
He's fine. He always does this. He's been the same way since I've known him. He's just a flaky motherfucker.
So,
always has been.
Anyways, I left a Stephen King book laying in our break room at a job, and somebody I worked with was like, "Ooh, you really shouldn't mess with that stuff." And I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Like you left a Ouija board in there.
Yeah. They were really worried about the fact that I was reading a Stephen King novel.
Some of those people,
the most popular author in the country.
Some of those people, they're funny.
People are dumb.
What are you gonna do?
But no, I never got picked on for it by other kids.
You find your tribe. You keep putting yourself out there until you find people that treat you with respect, and you pretty much fuck everybody else who gives a shit.
Yeah, you fuck.
You fuck everybody else.
You fuck the shit out of them.
You find some comfort and some fellowship here. It's fine.
Yeah,
that's right. Man.
And you will find, the more you put yourself out there, you'll find surprising people. Like, and I think The Walking Dead, as much people, as hardcore horror fans who grew up and, feel that they earned it through the suffering of being kind of an outcast and a weirdo for being so into the genre. There are women that I work with that are grandmothers that I can talk to Walking Dead about, and it was like a gateway for them to horror cinema, and it has expanded, what they're into, and they bring in stuff, that I wouldn't have given a chance to as well. That's all.
People are people, so how should it be?
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Okay, I was wondering how long that would go on.
It's a lot. Like life.
Is it a lot?
It's a lot.
I just accidentally licked the microphone. And
yeah, you did. Accidentally.
How'd it taste?
You nasty.
That's your microphone, so
that's
you
true.
Freddie uses it.
You and I are the only two that use that one.
It's like you made out with Freddy.
It's been firmly in my butt.
Ew! You mean it's like I made out with my husband?
Boy germ.
You make me want to puke. Can be a better man. Both. You had me at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you go.
like teenagers will make fun of anything, regardless if it's horror or not.
Yeah, fucking
They
fuck a
will
teenager.
find anything.
I mean, no, you know what I mean?
Fuck a teenager.
Fuck a teenager if you get the chance.
Give him the oil.
So choice.
Like that.
But I think teenagers will just find anything to make fun of, regardless of what it is.
Their minds are a swirl of shame and fear. They don't understand how to be normal.
Also, sometimes that's them, like, ball busting when you're a kid for me was something. If you give it back, sometimes friendships come out of it.
But there's a difference between, like, I can tell the difference between bullying and ball busting, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sometimes it's...
kids will make fun of, hey, you're eating a cheeseburger? Oh, you're stupid.
Oh, yeah. They'll just, it doesn't
kids-
matter what it is you've
kids
done.
will make fun of anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
and they're just trying to find a thing. And you're just like,
You know, times have changed.
You
but,
got shoes on. Yeah, you stupid shoe boy.
I used to find a pop in the nose used to help.
I think it probably still would, but you'd
But it's
get the
times have
police to
changed.
get
I would
caught.
never advise anybody to do that now.
Remember how
I
Kelley
advise
went,
Cole to do it sometimes.
remember how
Yeah.
Kelley went to the main attraction?
Yeah, oh yeah, the main attraction.
Oh,
Before
where
his
you went to
surgery?
get your sex
Before
change
my
operation?
sex change operation. That's right.
For
I was just
listeners-
going. Old-timey listeners will remember this maybe, but I told a story many, many years ago about how when I was a kid, one of the things that was thrown at me, I went to this hair-cutting salon called the Main Attraction. It was just a place. It was a normal place.
MANE.
M-A-N-E. It had
Like
a
the
lion
horse.
on the silent. Oh, Freddy. Did you put the spike through my head
I
after?
did. Welcome to Slurrsville.
Sign. There was a lion on the sign, and I was over at a friend's house, and all the older boys were over, and they were always mean.
The older boys. Oh, God.
Yeah, they were the Ace Merrills of our time.
They were the worst.
And
Said we I was there.
I was like, he was there.
With their jobs and their kids.
I was like 8 years old or so, and one of them said something like, "Where you get your hair cut?" And I was like, "The Main Attraction," because I was stupid. I was just answering honestly. He was like, "It's where you go to get your hair cut before your sex change." I was like, "What?"
Oh, wow.
What a specific place, too.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I was telling
What's
Amy the
wrong?
other night, we were playing Name That Tune, and I was playing theme songs from different shows.
Yeah.
And I had a moment where I started playing the theme to Sanford and Son, and it brought back this memory from middle school. Yeah. One of my favorite shows, one of my favorite theme songs still to this day. However, it's tied into a bad memory where we had music appreciation in school.
Mm-hmm.
And one day I brought a 45 of Crimson and Clover.
Yeah.
Because I love that song.
The unedited, the long version, or the radio edit?
Whatever was on the 45.
Gotcha.
And there was this poor kid. We were all poor, but he just seemed more poor than the rest of the poor kids because he smelled like sour milk and wore wife beaters. And he took the 45 and deliberately broke it and danced on it and stomped it up, but the whole time he was going, "Damn it, damn it."
Yeah, kids' brains. It's like Amy said. There's just
Yeah,
nothing going
just a
on in
mess.
there. Nothing good.
Oh,
That made me so sad all around.
Yeah.
That's a great visual, though.
Yeah.
Like this poor
This kid in a tank top dancing on a record.
If you could imagine like
dirty
a
and
12-year-old Tracy Morgan.
like this dirty, angry poor kid. Just like that's sad. And then there's little Freddy who just brought this song in that he really liked, and this kid just yanks it out of his hands and
That kid's like,
destroyed
"Oh,
it.
you have time and resources to like songs?
yeah.
I just thought
I'm going to show you."
there must be mental illness there, though.
What was
Yeah.
his first name?
Oh, I don't remember.
Here's
Well-
the I'm sure you guys had bad experiences with these stories, but looking back on it, they're really funny, right?
Oh, in hindsight,
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, it makes me sad.
But I was there's this book out called like The Coddling of Us or whatever. It's this guy wrote this thing about how just like how they're saying like the newer generation of kids they don't build up like their immunity because parents use so many antibacterial wipes and stuff like that, but they also don't build up
Emotional
emotional
I tell you
immunity.
what, kids are not. They cannot take shit. These
Coping
days. Not
skills?
my kids are good. They're on the level. but like they're little friends sometimes. Well, they're not. My kids are like almost grown. Like one kid is grown, but like
He's a grown ass.
they're all
other
available to
kids
you.
that I've fucking encountered, like they are easily shocked by things and just like if you swear in front of them, sometimes they're weird.
Yeah.
It's different. Kids are real different, man. I don't know what's right. I mean, I don't know what's better.
Oatmeal.
How I was raised or how they're raising. I don't have kids.
The way I did it's
I
right.
don't want to do it.
That's probably the rightest way.
I'd fuck them up.
Yeah, but who wrote that again? Was his name Jake?
Oh, the
Yeah,
email.
the
Yes,
email,
Jake.
yeah.
But Jake, you survived, and you found your tribe, and like we're glad to have you.
Yep.
Yeah. Long story short.
Yeah.
We do a ritual in this tribe with the frenulum.
Oh.
We flick your frenulum, then we give you the oil.
We spoil it. For you.
Now we're gonna give you the oil.
Spoilers! You haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
You haven't. You haven't even seen this movie.
Yeah. Bullying never ends because remember was that movie they made fun of you for not seeing?
I hadn't seen Scanners
Yeah,
yet.
that's it.
Guess what? I did see Scanners. Didn't care that much for it.
Cut print homo.
That's still one of my favorite reviews.
God forbid somebody doesn't like something you believe they should like. Get out of here.
Believe.
Well,
I'm sorry I like Coke more than Pepsi, but it's just the truth.
Well, did you notice I
My
didn't make any
truth.
kind of issue about it?
Not yet.
Times change.
It's
I
coming.
was waiting.
No,
for
man,
us-
I'm
a
calm.
broken friendship.
I'm a lot calmer than I used
to
to
leave
be.
crying.
That weird Kelly drinks Pepsi at the main attraction.
I don't. No, I'm good, man. I mean, I'll get worked up about some stuff sometimes.
I mean,
but
can we both agree that Diet Pepsi is an abomination on this planet?
diet soda of any kind is an abomination.
And nay, Diet Coke is delicious.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and disagree with you on that. There.
Oh my god.
All right, Beelzebubs.
Yeah.
Let's read them
Alright.
off.
Let's
Yep.
get that
Well,
happening.
Andy, I wanted to go through all of the sodas, but I
I
guess
am
we
tired
won't.
and hungry, girl.
Jeremy and Cassie.
Your mama dresses you funny.
Oh,
We're gonna bully everybody.
You.
Deadeye.
Oh, it's your turn. I'm not doing any
Oh,
of
I thought
these.
you don't want to be mean.
No, Freddy's the bully.
No,
All
I'm
right.
not good at this. I realized after
Andy's
like the
too
third time
good
we did
at
it
it.
that you're. No,
Hey.
I just mean the Beelzebubs.
Oh.
Freddy's. the
Did I
best.
have a nice trip? See you next fall.
Oh, you're on the floor.
Amanda.
Oh, Amanda, that shirt looked great when it was on the Scarecrow in your dad's field. You're a farmer,
Mm-hmm.
Dale.
It's gonna be on House Hunters. Sorry, I can't bully you. You're too cool.
Is that true?
Yeah, they're gonna be on House Hunters.
Are you fucking shitting me?
We know celebrities.
Mandy.
Mandy rhymes with candy. Bet you think that's dandy
Oh shit!
with your buddies.
All right, Andy, it's your turn. Are you ready? Adam.
You put the dumb in Adam.
Oh,
You're
Adam.
You're stupid.
All right, come on, Kelly. You can do it. Brooke.
You got on the glasses or don't. Either one that you don't do is stupid. You got glasses, you're stupid. Oh, you don't got glasses? How do you even see, Brooke?
I'm gonna do this one. I got
Sorry.
Ernie. I got Ernie.
Mm-hmm.
You look like a fucking Muppet.
Oh, I got chills because that was so accurate.
I like Muppets.
It's like Def Jam up in here.
I
Oh,
want to hug Ernie.
Did you say you hate Muppets?
No, I said I love Muppets.
good.
And
I
I would
love
want to
Muppets.
hug Ernie.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to? Albert.
Albert, that's a nice hat. Did it come with a free bowl of soup?
Oh,
Looks good on you, though.
Tree
from
and
Caddyshack.
Alex. Tree and Alex.
Tree and Alex. You know, the furry store called. They said they can't get the stains out.
Oh, damn,
oh, you pooped in your costume.
I was thinking sex stains.
Oh,
Brandon.
poop's funnier.
Brandon, I'm looking forward to making a sex stain with you this Friday at Suspiria.
Jesus Christ.
well, get in line, baby.
Ew, whoa. Bill. Bill. Hi, Bill.
Who wants to do Bill?
Nobody, apparently.
Oh!
Oh, shit!
UGLY.
We're the only.
That's not true. I've met.
You ain't got no alibi.
He's a doll baby.
He's a wonderful guy. So, our patronage, we're probably one of the only patronages that we bully you.
You love it.
For as part of your perks. Blake. Your dad went out for cigarettes and never came back.
You ain't got a dad.
Oh God, I hope that's not true.
No.
Hey, Blake, if it is, my
dad.
dad, I never had a dad either, so we can be
okay.
losers together. Mark Watts.
Mark Watts, you have an Atari 2600 and all your friends have a 7800.
Oh, graphics.
Yeah.
All right, Kelley, you get to do.
Nope.
You don't want to bully Elise?
Mm-mm.
Can I?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Freddie. Elise.
She can't afford to buy. She has to sign. That's what I have to do. There you go. She has to sign a lease.
Yeah, because you can't own property, man. Kelley wouldn't bully his own wife.
No.
What a horrible
Freddie,
man.
bully me. Bully me.
Oh, damn, girl. You stink. Your butt. Wash it.
Nope.
Well, that's good advice for anybody.
You see, that's why I didn't do it.
I'll tell you, yesterday I did not shower or apply deodorant. I was pretty stinky.
Your butt smells.
My butt was fine.
Someone microwaved fish at work today.
Oh.
Despite society and its norms.
He was bullying the break room.
You know what's unfortunate? You're never going to be able to sit down in a room with that person. I mean, even though you work with them.
People around him were complaining. They were like, ugh.
But that's not the same.
Yeah.
That person needs to be sat down. And someone needs to say,
like the Turner Classic Movies people.
Hey, hey, you microwave fish today?
Hey.
And they're going to be like, I'll do what I want. And I'll be like,
are you talking to yourself?
No. Because
Bizarro Kelley.
What I would say is, I do what I want is not. It's like freedom of speech. You don't just get to just say that.
You don't run into a crowded theater and yell microwaved fish.
Yeah, microwaving fish in a public place is like yelling.
The only way you do that using IDWIW as your reason is if what you want to do is alienate everyone around you. Sometimes I do what I want is about not doing what you don't want, and what you don't probably want is to alienate your coworkers. Now, if you want to alienate them in a non-violent way, I would say go ahead and microwave fish. But if you're a normal person who wants to be a part of our world, don't ever fucking do that again. Ever.
Right.
I don't ever. It smells. People have to stay there all day.
And everybody's lunch after will smell like that. It ruins the microwave temporarily.
People have to stay there
all day. You're there all day. You're dying for it to be over, and on top of that is this horrible burnt smell of the docks.
Well, our microwave, we have a bank of microwaves that are separate from our work area. Like there's like a whole cafeteria type thing.
So you can't smell it out in the office?
No, because my office is way far away from
Oh, well
that.
then who gives a shit?
But when you go down there, it stinks. When you go down there, it smells like fish.
All right, I'm going to mitigate that a little bit. They should definitely kind of get like, hey, come on, man. But if it doesn't stink down in the office, if it doesn't smell up the whole place.
I know it's like the silliest thing, but that was one of my favorite things you ever said. It smells. It's just so direct.
Great quote. You should put that on your tombstone. It smells. R.K. Kombrinck. R.I.P.
We just bullied Pennywise.
Yeah, you did.
It smells.
It smells.
Oh, Pennywise, because he can't afford to be quarter-wise. Pennywise's family's poor.
He lives in a sewer.
You have to be a clown for a job because you didn't go to college.
You got roaches, Pennywise.
It more like shit.
What kind of shoes is them? You ain't even got Nike Airs. You got clown shoes.
Big old clown shoes.
They don't even make clown shoes.
Nike Airs in that size.
That's why he kills kids.
With a big end
on him. Bullied.
Yeah.
No shit. The kids of that age are the worst fucking kids.
Kids of a certain age.
Fuck teenagers. Fuck a teenager.
Fuck a teenager.
Fuck a teenager. It smells.
Fuck a teenager. It smells.
That's what you take away from today.
I don't know. I hope we made somebody's day okay.
We should do more night shows.
It takes us a while.
I can't stop.
We have to rev up.
Yeah.
I have to go to the dentist in the morning.
Okay. So I guess that's the end of this.
That's a bummer, huh? I got to get up extra early to go to the
So
dentist.
what are we starting with for Italian month? Do we know?
I'm just putting it out there, but
You don't. I mean, if you don't know.
We can talk
Do
about
it-
it when we're
okay.
done. Will be a
Something
surprise.
Italian.
Hope and we'll try not to steal your pick.
Yep.
Sweet patron.
Megan.
Megan.
Your
Forgot
sweet
her-
pick.
I forgot her name too.
Megan
Sorry,
Y.
Megan Yamada. I like to say it all at once. Megan Yamada.
You mad at me?
And real quick, all our listeners in Pittsburgh, it was going to send some love out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a sentence I never thought I'd say, but I truly do
I
mean
know.
it.
I never thought that see the day where I feel sympathy for Pittsburghers.
But it happened.
Yeah.
It helps to mitigate some of my pain and suffering over what happened by making those jokes. I mean, you might think it's inappropriate.
And I
but
don't want
care.
those two people in Kentucky to get lost in the shuffle either.
No, some real dark shit happened. But
Thanks for bringing it down
I know.
right at the end.
right at the end. We almost.
Andy oiled it.
That's what I do. I bully these people with emotions.
He gives me oil.
All right, my beautiful babies, we gotta go.
All right.
We love you.
Love you all.
Bye.
Frankenstein was wondering if he